Hey everyone, Elizabeth Scala here, living sublimely well. Welcome to our weekly class. Oh, I'm so excited to share this class with you today. So, before we begin, as you know, medical disclaimers. If you're under the care of a healthcare professional, please honor any restrictions that you may have placed physically upon you. I am not your healthcare provider, and I can't see you through this screen, so follow any restrictions. I can never think of another word, and I hate that word restriction, placed upon you. Honor your body first and foremost, honor yourself. And I'm going to talk more about that in a moment. So, I have been, before we get started, and today we're going to do some chair yoga. So, you just need your chair, a seat, somewhere where you can move this upper body and perhaps pick up a leg or two. Um, but before we begin, I do want to talk about two things. I have been attending a lot of yoga workshops myself. As a registered yoga instructor, I have to keep up my certification by going through continuing education. And the beauty of that continuing education is I learn new tools and techniques to share with you all. Secondly, I am reminded about some of the stereotypes related to yoga. I hear things like, I'm not flexible, or I can't do all the poses, or I'm not skinny, or I don't have those clothes. I mean, look at me today. I am wearing a sweater, my hair is awry, I can't move an arm. Yoga is not about skinny poses, looking professional, being so flexible that we can get our legs over our heads. I mean, you may get there. I am not there. Yoga is about a practice of moving the body, linking those movements to breath, and practicing being in the moment over and over again, showing up in the here and now. So it does not matter if you're in your pajamas. It does not matter if you have to sit down halfway, like if we were doing a standing practice, if you have to sit down halfway through the practice because you're tired and you need a rest. It doesn't matter if you have to walk away and get a drink of water. And it doesn't matter what you look like when you show up to yoga. I mean, I specifically showed up today looking like this so that you could see it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It is about you in the moment, breathing, feeling the breath in the body, and noticing the sensations within the body, allowing those sensations to talk to you and give you insight into where do I need a little more stretching? What needs a bit of rest? What feels stronger? Wow, I can do this like I couldn't do it yesterday. So it's a conversation with self using mind, body, and spirit. All right, so I just wanted to let you know those things up front. In my yoga classes specifically, I am going with a more gentle style of yoga. If you've been in any of these classes before, or you watch any of the videos on this page, I am going with a more restful, restorative yoga, a slower yoga, a gentle yoga, perhaps a beginner yoga. Who knows if one day I will change my style to a more advanced practice, but at this moment and where I am with my own physical limitations and my own fatigue and my own chronic pain, that's what you're going to get. Gentle, easygoing, don't worry about what you look like, restful, restorative, healing yoga. Okay, that being said, hopefully you're in your seat. Hopefully you have a bit of space around you to move those arms and upper body. And props, I'm not sure if we're going to use any. I doubt it as we are in our chair. But one prop that's important is I would like both of your feet to be fully connected to the floor. or the ground or the surface, whatever's beneath you. And if you can't get your feet to the floor because the type of chair you're in is too high or your feet tend to dangle, go ahead and put a yoga block, a stack of books, maybe a Tupperware box, just something underneath those feet so that those feet are connected with the space beneath you. So that's a block. A strap, I doubt we'll use, but it's always handy to have a belt, a strap, some kind of tie around in case, we do any, maybe we'll do some hand gripping today. A yoga blanket, if you'd like padding behind your back and between the chair. So look around your space, get yourself situated, because we are about to begin. All right, and today I want to start with pranayama. Pranayama is breathing practice, and this is one of my favorite breathing practices. I actually do this breathing practice every day in my morning meditation, alternate nostril breathing. Now, if you get with some of the advanced yogis, they're going to tell you to put your hands in a mudra, which means a hand position. As I am gentle, beginner, and basic, your hands can be however you like. I'm not worried about a mudra today. But alternate nostril breathing is just as it sounds. I'll lead us through it in the beginning to kind of guide you, and then I'll let us quietly go through some rounds on our own, and then we will begin the gentle yoga practice. I don't have a clock today. I hope I keep it to time. And then Shavasana. So when we do get to our final relaxation, our closing meditation, you can stay in your chair or you can choose to roll out a yoga mat on the floor or recline back, whatever you choose to do there. So that's kind of where we're going. So you've got the agenda. All right, both feet to the floor, grounding those sits bones. Allowing those sits bones to grow roots as if there's a string that dives deep into the core of Mother Earth, anchoring you, supporting you in place. Sitting up with your back away from the back of your chair, just for these moments. So sitting long and tall. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears and then exhaling them, releasing them down the back. So keeping those shoulders down. Elongate the neck, tuck your chin, and let the crown of your head reach for the heavens. If you feel safe to, if you're comfortable to, and if you can just listen to my voice as I guide the pranayama, you can close your eyes, but that's up to you. So eyes can be opened or closed. And as I said, we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So go ahead and take your thumb, plugging the right side of your nose, inhaling through the left nostril, then closing the left nostril, opening the right, exhaling through the right. Inhale through the right, close the right nostril, open the left, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril, close the left, open up the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril, close the right nostril, open the left nostril, exhale through the left. And now go ahead and practice a few rounds on your own. The next time you get to exhaling through the left, go ahead and drop your hand down, resting your hands in your lap, bringing your breath to its natural rhythm and pace, breathing in and out of the nose. Beautiful. With your inhale, you can keep your eyes closed or open, lifting the chin, letting the head hang heavy. With your exhale, coming back to neutral. Again, inhaling, gazing up, lifting the chin, stretching the front of the neck, exhaling back to neutral. Take this movement a couple more times at the pace of your breathing. Remember, if you feel any sharp shooting, intense pain, back out of any of the movements, and just sit and breathe, waiting for the next postures. One more time, inhaling, looking up, and exhaling to neutral. Inhale right here in place, and with your exhale, looking down. So inhale, lift the head to neutral, exhaling, chin to chest. Inhaling to neutral, exhaling, chin down to chest. Really stretching your neck. Inhaling back up to center. And with your exhale, chin to chest. Now let your head hang heavy. Take a couple breaths looking down here, chin to chest. Noticing sensations in the body as you stretch the head forwards. Now with your inhale, bring your ear up towards your shoulder. And then exhale the chin back to the chest. Inhale the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. Let's go to that first side. Inhaling, ear to shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. Other side. Ear to shoulder. Chin to chest. Now this time, pause. So hang out. Inhaling, ear to shoulder. Pause in this side, taking a couple breaths. You can stay right here if you prefer just letting the head hang heavy. You can choose to apply some gentle pressure with the hand on top of the head. Or your option would be to explore gazing up and gazing down as your ear stays towards your shoulder. So you've got a whole boatload of options to explore the sensations in the neck and shoulders. Continue to breathe in and out of the nose, honoring your body, listening to its needs in this moment. One more breath wherever you are, and as you exhale, bring the chin to chest. Inhaling to the other side, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Again, you can hang out right here. You can explore gazing up, noticing if this is any different than the other side and gazing down. Perhaps you were able to do this on one side but have trouble on another. That's perfectly normal and perfectly okay. It's your body. Honor its needs. Or Taking that hand and applying some gentle pressure, allowing your body to stretch, exploring your edge of sensation. One more breath, and with your exhale, bringing the chin to the chest. Let's raise our heads back up, and if your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and open them up. Hello. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Perhaps you would like to too. Okay. We've stretched and explored our neck and upper shoulders, outer shoulders, upper back. Let's continue with that and explore our shoulders. How are they feeling today? Taking some shoulder rolls in one direction. Continuing to breathe. Noticing the body. Exploring those physical sensations. And go the opposite direction. Wonderful job, yogis. All right, let's bring this movement to stillness. And what I'd like you to do now is take one arm elongated out in front of you, and the other arm will be bent at 90 degrees. What you're going to do is take that bent arm and wrap it underneath the straightened arm, and then push the straightened arm over towards the side of the bent arm so that we're stretching out the back of our shoulder, the outside of our shoulder, our upper back. Keep on breathing in and out of the nose. Those feet are firmly pressed into the ground. Exploring the edge of sensation. Where do you feel the stretch? Can you breathe in a little bit deeper? Or do you need to breathe in back out of it? Gently unwinding this side, letting the arms hang down, and we'll prepare for the other side. So the opposite arm is going to straighten long. I just can't straighten this arm, but you straighten it if you can. And then remember, this is our bent arm. It's going underneath, and it's pressing our straightened arm, which this arm is supposed to be straight, across the body. So a gentle stretch in the outer and the shoulder, the back of the shoulder, the upper back. And again, I can't straighten this arm, but I do the best I can. So you, wherever you're at in your body, exploring the postures to your abilities today. Keep breathing. Notice if you can stretch a little bit further, or explore if you need to loosen the stretch, continuing to breathe into the body. All right, excellent. Unwind, letting those arms hang heavy. All right, let's just shake out the one arm and shake out the other arm. Moving into our next posture. We're going to wake up the spine now. Wonderful movements you can do any time of the day. You can do this sitting, you can do this standing, you can do this waiting in line at the store, or even sort of while driving your car. Cat-cow, seated cat-cow. You can keep your hands in your laps if you prefer, and just opening and closing the chest. Or alternatively, I'm going to raise my arms. But what I'd like to say is be in the middle to the edge of your seat, okay? You don't want to be sitting right up against the back of your seat, because then you won't be able to do the spinal movement, the rounding and the opening of the spine, okay? So you're in the middle to the edge of your seat, having your back away from the back of your chair. Both feet firmly connected to the floor, about hip width distance apart. Like I said, you can keep your hands in your laps if you prefer. You can keep your hands at your sides even, or on your hips. I'm going to choose to raise my arms up here. So with our inhale, the chest opens, the gaze is lifted, and then there's a slight arch in the back. And when you exhale, round the back, bringing the belly button towards the spine, tucking the chin into your chest. Inhale, opening up, looking up. Exhale, rounding, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Inhale to open and lift. Exhale to round and close. Inhale. Exhale. Continue for several rounds at the pace of your own breathing. One more round in each direction. Before meeting me back at neutral. Lovely. Feels beautiful. All right, so that was the flexion and extension for the spine. Now we're going to move the spine laterally, which means side to side. So since we're in a chair, and I don't want you to topple out of your chair, be mindful. If you have a chair with armrests, you can certainly hold on to them as we move side to side. Or if you're in a chair like I am that does not have any arms, as I said, be careful. Watch your balance. Both feet fully connected to the floor. Perhaps for balance, you might choose to open your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. So your feet might be open a bit just to kind of help you ground. Inhaling one arm up, and then exhale, leaning to the opposite side, lifting the chest, gazing up towards the inner elbow. Taking a few breaths on this side. Keep breathing. Keep expanding. Continue to extend the stretch to your limits. With your next exhale, bringing that arm down. And then inhaling the opposite arm. And again, exhaling over, hanging out here for a moment. The gaze is up towards that inner elbow. The chest is lifted. Continuing to breathe. Breathe into the side body. Expanding and extending. Stretching to your edge. With the next exhale, bringing that arm down. We'll move more quickly now. Inhaling the arm up, exhaling it over, inhaling up, exhaling down, other side. Inhaling up, exhaling to the side. Inhaling that arm up in the air and exhaling it down. One more time each direction. Inhale up, exhale side, stretch, inhale up, exhale down. Side stretch. Inhale and exhale. Excellent, yogis. Great. Let's shake that out. Shaking out one hand, shaking that my other. It's just good to kind of shake out in between the poses, in between the postures, to kind of let that energy sink in and allow us to reset for the next movement. Okay, for those of you who have been joining me week after week, we did spinal flexion and extension. That was the cat-cow. And that we just did the lateral side to side. So what's next? Excellent, if you said twists, spinal twists. All right, so really get to the edge of your seat. And you can do this standing if you prefer to stand and you don't want to sit today. Up to you. But if you are sitting, get to the edge of your seat. Again, being mindful that you won't fall when you twist around. We're going to lift up long and tall through the spine. Both of our feet are firmly planted to the floor. And as you exhale, begin to twist over one shoulder. Inhaling up to lengthen. Exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. So each time you inhale, you lift that crown of your head. And every time you exhale, you explore your edge of this twisting sensation. Continuing to breathe in and out of the nose, honoring the body, listening to its needs. Gently unwind, coming back to the middle. All right, we'll take the other side. So inhaling to sit up, lift and lengthen. And then exhale to gently twist in the opposite direction. Inhaling to grow long and tall. Exhaling to explore the twist. Inhale, lift, lengthen the body. Exhale, twisting over that shoulder. Breathing in and out of the nose, sending to the breath, to the physical body. Slowly and gently unwinding, coming back to the middle. Lovely. All right, scooch back if you were on the edge of your seat. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Let's keep moving. All right, so shoulders, neck, spine, and even the base of our hips as we did the twisting postures have begun to awaken. Let's just gently, sitting in your chair, lift one foot and then place it back down next to the other. Go ahead and lift the opposite foot and then gently placing it down next to the other. So 1 foot at a time, just lift and lengthen. Getting all tangled up in my extension cords. Just getting some of the muscles in those upper legs engaged. Using the thighs, really as you lift, can you flex your muscles? Flex that foot, pointing the toes towards the face. Feel the sensations in the legs. That's all you need to do is lift 1 foot at a time and then the other. You can really notice all of the muscles as you flex the heel and lift the foot. Beautiful. All right, bringing that to stillness. Let's go ahead and just lift 1 foot off the floor and gently point and flex the toes. So I'm showing you what I'm doing with my toes, with my hands. So just point and flex the toes as that one leg is lifted. Keep breathing through the nose, noticing the body. Where are you starting to feel this? Excellent. Go ahead and place that first foot down and we'll do the opposite side. So again, pointing and flexing the toes as I'm mindful of my extension cords. Keep breathing. As you breathe, listen to the body. Where do you feel it talking to you? Send the breath to those sensations. Excellent. Alrighty, let's go ahead and drop that second foot. At this point, we're going to do a little stretch for our hips and thighs, legs, seated kind of eagle posture. So let's see if I can tilt myself now. Be mindful, I'm wearing my pajama pants. Now you can see all my extension cords. I don't know. I'm sorry about this, but the phone will not hang heavy. All right, so I'm going to talk you through it. We'll be all good. Lift up one leg and take the outside of your ankle and place it on the thigh. If you are able to, just like this. So your leg is bent, the outside of your ankle is on your thigh. And if this posture is enough, you're already feeling a stretch in your outer hip, your glute, the back of your thigh, all in this area, you can stay right here as that is. Or, and I can't hold the phone and it'll flop down, but we'll do the best we can. Stay here if you like, or start to tilt forward, leading with the chest and coming down, bending over your legs. Now, you may not be able to go very far. You might be seated and only tilt a bit and start feeling sensation. Keep breathing as you feel sensations in the stretch. Explore the edge of the posture for you today in this pose. All right, coming back up. We'll take the other side. Now let's see. With all these extension cords. Okay, I'm going to show you the opposite side. Remember just what we were doing, but taking the outside of the ankle and placing it on this thigh. Again, if this is enough for you right here, if this is a stretch where you're already feeling the sensations in the outer hip, in the glutes, in the thighs, in the lower back even, and in this whole general thigh area, you can stay right here. Or as before, let's see, we can start to tilt forward. Breathing into the body, going slowly, exploring your edge of the posture. Breath in and out of the nose, sending breath to sensations in the body. All right, slowly coming back up, inhaling yourself back to seated. Great job. If you need to, just shake out those legs a bit, kind of giving yourself a little rock in your chair. Maybe kick your legs up, one knee and then the other. Just kind of get yourself resituated. Back to neutral, as we say. All right. So we've moved through our neck and shoulders, our spine, some movements for our arms, some twists, some leg lifts, some feet rotations, and then some stretching for the hips. We're going to close before we move into Shavasana with some seated linking breath to our movements. Not so much a full sun salutation as we're seated in our chair, but just getting some energy, some fire, some heat into the body, and then we'll rest in Shavasana to feel that heat, that energy integrating into mind, body, and spirit. All right, so sitting in your chair, both feet are fully grounded to the floor, the surface beneath you. letting your arms dangle at your sides, making sure you have room. Oh boy. Inhaling your arms up, gazing up. Exhaling your arms down. Just for now, we'll keep with this, but then we'll add a movement. Inhaling the arms up, gazing up. Exhaling those arms down, looking down. Inhaling the arms up, gaze comes up, and then exhaling the arms down, looking down. 2 more times like this. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Now we're going to keep moving, but we're going to add to this flow. So inhaling the arms up, this time bringing the palms together, exhaling them to heart center. And then inhaling them up through center, exhaling them down. So we're just adding the heart center. So inhaling up, palms come together, exhaling them to heart center. Inhaling from heart center through the sky, exhaling around and down. 2 more times. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling them to heart center. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling down. Last time in this way, and then I'll add one more thing. Inhaling up, exhaling heart center. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling down. Great job, yogis. Keep with me. Inhaling those arms up, looking up, exhaling those arms to heart center. Inhaling the arms up, looking up, and then if you're able, exhaling, leaning forward as the arms come down. Inhaling, lifting yourself back up, the arms come up overhead. Exhaling them to heart center. Inhaling the arms up, looking up. This time, remember, exhaling as much as you're able, leaning forward, bending down. Inhaling those arms back up, your gaze towards the sky. Exhaling the hands to heart center. Inhaling those hands up, looking up, reaching up. Exhale, leaning forward. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling up, gazing towards the heavens. Exhaling, palm center. Inhaling up, looking up. Exhale, reaching out, leaning forward. Inhaling up. Exhaling, heart center. Smile. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward folding. And then go ahead from here, just dangle the head heavy for a moment, as safely and comfortably as you can. Let the head hang drop. If you are able, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Take a couple deep breaths, allowing your head to hang heavy, releasing that neck. And when you're ready, inhaling, pressing your hands up your legs, coming back to seated. Ah, look at that hairdo. All right, yogis, we are going to go into our final pose, our corpse pose, our meditation, our Shavasana, whatever you prefer to call it. If you would like to, leaning back in your seat, maybe taking your yoga blanket, placing it right along the spinal cord. Oh yeah, that's nice. If you are choosing to stay seated, both feet do remain in contact with the floor, with the ground beneath you. Sit up long and tall. Relax those shoulders down the back. Tuck your chin. Alternatively, if you prefer to lay down for Shavasana on your yoga mat, go ahead and do so. Lying fully on your back, pinky toes flopping out towards the corner of your mat. Lift your hips and tuck your tail, allowing the arms to open out at your sides. This is if you're lying down, palms faced up. And again, lift your chest and tuck those shoulders down the back. If you're seated, your hands can remain in your lap, palms facing down if you'd like to quell and quiet, calm your energy, or palms facing up if you'd like to receive some energy during this meditation. Or sometimes what I like to do is one palm up and one palm down. I'm a Libra, to balance it all out. So find your place in this moment for final relaxation. Once you have arrived, bringing your attention back to that breath of life. Noticing the inhale in through the nostrils. Feeling that exhale as the air exits the nose. Breathing in your pace, in your rhythm, in your moment, in your space. Just for the next several moments, spending time getting to know the breath. Allowing any thoughts, ideas, plans, reminders, or mental chatter to just drop away for just these 2 to 3 minutes that we focus all attention on the body being breathed. Go ahead and start bringing your attention back to the physical body. Be opening and closing the fingers wide, lifting the toes and the heels, perhaps taking some rotations at the wrists, circling the hands and feet in one direction and then the other. Just starting to bring some physical sensation, some small micro movements back into the body. If you were lying down for Shavasana, go ahead and roll over to one side. Resting for a moment. And then pushing yourself up to a seated position. All of us in our seats, allowing the hands to dangle at our sides for a moment here, taking a breath in and out of the nose. Inhaling, palms facing up, lifting the hands out wide, bringing the palms together up overhead, and then with the exhale, gently allowing the palms to float down to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, yogis. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here with me live. Thank you for watching the replay later. Just thank you for practicing yoga in this moment. It has been a joy and a deep pleasure to share this practice with you. And so, where are we? We're at the end where I ask you for any feedback, any comments, any special requests for future practice, or any questions. Leave those below. I'm looking to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this practice, feel free to share it with a friend, family member, colleague at work. It's always great to stretch and breathe. And finally, if you've enjoyed being here with me and would like to receive more healing benefits, go ahead and visit me at my website, which is elizabethscala.com. So my full name, elizabethscala.com. And there you'll find blog posts, which are articles for your reading, more videos to peruse, and even some opportunities to partner with me. I'm now accepting clients for private sessions, so those are also available on my website. Take a peek around. Let me know if you're interested, and I look forward to hearing from you. I will see you again at the next class in our next now. Thanks all.